You are listening to Season 2 of The Diary of a Wannabe Writer, the short and often daily podcast in which I chronicle my life and attempt to be a writer by writing daily. Sometimes. Hello, today's Wednesday, the 17th of September 2025. And you are listening to the diary of a rather tired wannabe writer. So I spoke to you yesterday. I can't even remember what time it was in New York. But one of the things I kind of forgot that I had to do was there's a book club meeting that it's like a, book review, book club. And the book is due to be, the meeting for the book is on the 18th. Yes, tomorrow. And it's quite a long book. It's called A Language of Dragons, and I can't remember who the author is, but I will endeavour to find that out whilst I'm actually looking at this. And the whole point of it is obviously I need to have read it by tomorrow. It's called, by S.F. Williamson, A Language of Dragons by S.F. Williamson. And I kind of thought, well, it's quite long. I'm not going to get all that read before the meeting. So I did the emergency thing I've done a couple of times when I've actually not quite got round to reading the book. I do have a few credits available on Audible, so I downloaded the audiobook. Now, it's a 12-hour audiobook, but I can listen to it on speed 1.5, which gets it down to 8 hours. So yesterday, I started listening to it in my hotel room before I went to sleep. And then I couldn't actually sleep, so I thought, well, as I'm clearly not going to sleep, might as well listen to a bit more. Met up with the rest of the crew, and we had our brief on the bus. And then I listened to another 40 minutes, which is actually an hour at time and a half, on the bus. On the flight home, I thought about listening to it on my break, but bearing in mind the flight took off UK time. What time was it? It was about 2 in the morning. I think it was scheduled. It might have been a little bit beyond that, but not much because we landed early. So it was about 2 in the morning. So I needed me rest and sleep. And then, of course, I had to drive home. So I had it on in the car. Then had a little sleep. And then I listened to a bit more this evening. And I've done really, really well. I've got about 2 hours left to listen to. And the meeting is at 5:30 tomorrow. So I am going to get it listened to. The other thing is that's made it quite easy is I'm actually quite enjoying it. I actually wish I'd properly read this because I'm actually rooting for the characters. It's an interesting story. And then what else has happened today? So I got home, had a few hours sleep because I was exhausted. But then I've got quite busy 3 days. So today, there's the bookshop that I'm going to this book club for tomorrow also has a writing club, a writing group, and there's a meeting of that today. Unfortunately, everybody turned up apart from the organisers. So we ended up sending them a picture of us standing outside the bookshop in the rain saying, well, we're here. Luckily, about 3 doors up from the bookshop, there is a lovely little independent pub. So we all sat down for an hour to an hour and a half between us and had a drink and nattered. And it was quite pleasant, actually. And I think we've kind of decided the meeting up ad hoc for a drink or something might be quite positive and quite good to do. So so we enjoyed that, and then I walked back, and I'm not going to get any writing done today. I didn't honestly think I would. Whether I get any done tomorrow will depend how tired I am, when I wake up, how long it takes me to get round to listening to the last 2 hours of A Language of Dragons, which obviously is key. I did walk into town this evening instead of driving. I was tired, but I thought, no, you need to walk rather than drive because you're not that fit at the moment. And because I'm going to the doctor. I've got a problem with my hip, which I've had x-rays and stuff. I haven't talked about it really on here before, but I'm in the process of having it worked out what's wrong and what they can do with it. So I'm going to be, we'll see what happens. But it means I've put on weight because I haven't been able to exercise as much. But then I sometimes use that as an excuse not to exercise. So I made myself walk into town. It's like not quite 2 mile round trip, probably about 1.7 miles round trip to the bookshop and back. But, it's 1.7 miles I wouldn't have walked if I'd taken the car. So that was good. So so hopefully tomorrow I'm going to do a little bit more of chapter 11 I'm working on. I'm really, really looking forward to it. So I've had an idea, which I'm going to include. I've got to be so unspecific here for want of spoilers for those of you who will read it. But I've had an idea for a character moment, which is a bit of a tease, which, I hadn't thought of. And I've kind of decided to go with it. So that will be in the chapter I'm currently writing. The chapter I'm currently writing hasn't got much form to it. I know what's got to happen in it. But I'm going to do a couple of writing sprints, hopefully tomorrow, because after 6:30, once we've done the book club, after 6:30, that's it, whether or not I've finished the book is irrelevant because the book club has happened. So maybe I'll do a couple of writing sprints tomorrow evening. And that's about it, really. And then the following day, I've got a Milton Keynes writing group meeting on Friday. So I'm basically doing something landing day and the 2 days I'm off. And then I'm back to New York on Saturday. So that's me for today. I'll chat with you again tomorrow. Thank you for listening. Take care. Bye-bye.
You have been listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer. For more information about what I'm writing, go to linktr.ee/Richard Writes, capital R, capital W, where you can find details of my website and social media. I may see you there.